Welcome to episode 1 of Bulls, Bear, and Beer, video series about two financial advisors talking about investing, financial planning, and of course, beer. Beer, right here. We're going to get to that here in a minute. But before I do that, let me introduce my friend and colleague, Adam Straseske. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Go.
About me, I'm helping people that want to retire within 10 years. And the reason that retired and want to retire within 10 years because we help them really preserve their capital, produce income streams, and capitalize on market movements up and make sure to get out of the way when the train starts coming and the markets start going down. So that's it. That's 15 seconds. What do you
Yes.
got?
Yes. You didn't tell me your beer.
Well, I thought you saw the name of the beer.
I want you to be proud of this
Lone
beer.
Star Beer. Lone Star
Wow.
Beer. From
Wow.
my angle, it looks like maybe a 4S, maybe a backwards 4.
Yes, that seems quite large. All right, good job. So let me tell you a little bit about what I do. I'm a financial advisor. I'm a certified financial planner, and I focus on asset management and financial planning. And we do it with a financial therapy twist, which really means is we focus on understanding your ideas and thoughts and feelings around money, and we gather that history and the verbiage and feelings and thoughts and emotions that you have about money, and then we put it in a financial planning software, and then that output helps drive our decisions on what we're going to do with that money. And our clients engage us through retainers, hourly, and or through asset management. We have some that we do financial planning and asset management, and some we
So,
just do the financial planning portion. So we
right.
help individuals, families, and businesses really through the different phases, through accumulation, pre-retirement, and retirement. So we have different strategies for each one of those. And
Right.
so not as technical, more based in the asset management kind of strategy.
Awesome. Okay. Well, give me an example recently of some like a client that I don't know. Is there a client that you can think like a fine? Okay, so let me back up a little bit. Give me a tip, John. I need a financial planning tip. Can
Okay,
you
this is a
help me,
financial planning
please?
tip. So this segment's going to be about success stories or failures that we have recently heard about, maybe from
Okay.
a prior client or something like that.
Yes.
So what I'm going to talk about is a client gave me this story about the purchase of some jet skis that were roughly about $20,000. That once they were then sold several years ago, they had to bring money to closing in order. So they got the seller, and then they ended up having to bring $3,000 to get out from underneath it. So the lesson there is to not use your emotion when you're purchasing something. Everybody wants the latest and greatest toy, and it feels good to buy these things. And we need to maybe discuss the reasons why we do these kind of things. And this is why it's good to have a good conversation, have a financial plan, and see if we should be even purchasing this. JC says if you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it. Not that I take financial advice from rap moguls, but it's the concept kind of makes sense.
Uh, well, sure.
What do we know about things that float and fly?
Yeah, those are leases.
Those are leases. We're not buying those. I don't want a single client ever to have to bring money to the bank as they're selling something.
Right. Well, and I think too part of the issue maybe with is the dollar amount of the client's net worth versus what they were paying for jet skis.
That's right.
I
Yeah,
mean,
clearly.
if they've got $50 million, right,
Don't
20,000.
care.
I mean, just you spend the money. But if it's a fifth of your net worth, um,
Yeah. Yeah. Or you're so desperate to get out from underneath the note that you're willing to, spend $3,000 to get out from underneath this jet ski. No,
right. So
this tells me there's a lot of things going on in your decision making process. It tells me a lot about your emergency savings. It tells me a lot about your cash flow. So this isn't necessarily about jet skis. This is
right.
about impulse control, purchasing, budgeting, and planning. And this is why you use a financial advisor. So maybe next time we'll have a positive story, but sometimes I like to tell stories from the front line when I go home to my wife and I say, you're not going to believe what I heard today. So that's why we're drinking beer and we're telling stories, so you don't have to relive these things. You can get someone on your team, someone that you can call. So that's my story. Adam, what you got?
A story. So a story
I
about.
need a story, a tip, a success story, something that we can take away from your practice and experience.
Okay, so a lot of times I will get calls from clients and or frankly friends, and they'll want to buy a certain investment, right? And
Bitcoin,
this, I'm sorry.
hot stocks.
Pot stocks is one, okay, and that of course that's been pretty recent. I mean, anybody that's in the investment business, and I don't care if you're in real estate and you're in the investment business, you are talking about pot stocks, okay?
Yes.
So now, but at the end of the day, the investment that you buy is not that important. Okay, it's really not. What's important is your strategy, it's your process, it's your system, and then finally, it's the discipline to follow that system. That's really what it's all about. Because you can take somebody. I got a call from a financial advisor yesterday. This is from a guy in our business yesterday. They wanted to buy a 2 cent stock, whatever, and ask him if it's okay. And I mean, I'm just looking at him like, are you crazy? Like, are you okay? If you're gonna take your career and say, okay, my job is now to find 2 cent penny stocks so it can go to $20. Absolutely, you got to buy it. This is going to be a great opportunity. If you're gonna put $20,000 in this 2 cent stock and then hope you're going to retire on it, just walk away. Okay, so the point is to have process, to have procedure, to have risk management controls, and never buy something that you didn't buy for last time. It's a repeatable process. That's the point. So I think that's
We can
really.
take that. It works in so many other areas of our life, but for whatever reason, with money and investing, we don't do this, right? So we do it in dieting and exercise. We have process and plans and management. Yet everybody tends to think that they are going to pick the right one or the right strategy, the right manager, or they're going to pick the right advisor who focuses on, that they have the magic, crystal ball that's going to allow them to see the future.
Prediction is not part of the investment management process. It is not. It's not about prediction. It's about process. You have signals that are back tested that are right 80% of the time. The question is can you control risk well enough so that those signals are actually profitable for you over time?
Sure. So Adam focuses, I call him on the nerdy side of investing. He gets his hands a little dirtier. And so what I think is going to be good is you're going to get that technical momentum, trading, strategy, risk, and a very granular level if you want it. And then on the other side, you're going to get the financial planning and asset management side with me. So hopefully you have enjoyed listening today, learned something from today. We hope to put these out weekly. We're going to try to bring one topic for financial planning, one topic on investment. We're going to drink a little bit of beer, have a little bit of fun. If you have any questions about a topic or a concept that Adam brought up or that I brought up, click down below. Be sure to be sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
What is it again?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And then click the bell notification too for the serious listeners.
Oh, well, I didn't even know about that. We also have our own channels. Be sure to check those out. We have our own web pages. So if you like what you hear and you want a little bit more information, feel free to check us out.
All right. We'll talk to you next time.